well, so I thought I would do a little bit of filming just to show you basically kind of what I'm working on, sort of as like a, I wouldn't even call it a side hustle yet, even though actually I'm putting in a ton of work for it, but it's more of a hobby. We're going to call it a hobby because I don't have an audience and it's definitely not generating any income whatsoever, but it's a passion and I'm hoping to reach, as you probably know already, is I'm trying to build an audience. I'm trying to reach more people and share my knowledge with the eventual hope of selling my book. That's like the long term goal, which I'm gonna try not to push too much. Really, what I want to try and do is literally just try and provide as much value as I can. In the beginning, I'll be sort of choosing topics. There'll be a little bit of sort of these, I guess, documenting kind of videos just to share with you guys the process of me trying to do this and build an audience, because it's really tough when you don't really know much and you've just been following a bunch of gurus and people online and just learning as much as you can. It's very different actually doing it and being consistent and loving it too. It is something that I do love, but it's timely. I mean, right now, look, the kids are in bed. We just shower them, put them to bed, let the dogs out. And this is actually a Saturday too, so I'm doing this instead of watching Netflix or whatever. So it's a hobby. It definitely is a passion. I love doing it, but it is hard work. So I bought this mic and pop filter here, which was recommended by an amazing colleague and friend of mine. And so I got that done. It sounds pretty good, but I'm having some issues with it. So again, I gotta really tinker around with it. First of all, you could hear when I pause and breathe in. Maybe you can't hear as much because I'm not using this. I'm really just using the iPhone mic right now, because this thing, it doesn't really just plug into the iPhone very well. That's another hack. Another thing I have to figure out is how to plug in the Blue Yeti mic into the iPhone. I have no idea. So there are some YouTube videos, but again, that involves more time. Plugging it into the computer, I've been playing around with the gain. I've been using Audacity for the recording as a recording software. I'm taking a podcast course too, so that's pretty cool. I'm loving that so far. I'm not even halfway done that thing, but it's great. And so there's just some issues with this Blue Yeti mic, and I've been actually recommended to scrap this mic and bring in the Audio Technica mic. So this definitely picks up a lot more background noise. However, if I'm going to start doing interviews, which I definitely want to start doing, so that it's not just me, you know, chatting about whatever's on my mind, I'd love to get other professionals or just like-minded people into the mix so we can exchange information and get different opinions going. And so I definitely want to do that. This mic might be better than the Audio Technica. I'm not really sure. If you have any audio engineering background or want to let me know some insight, I would love to figure that out. But essentially, this is the setup. It's really just for now. It's the blue Yeti. There's the podcast that I'm working on. I got YouTube open up because I'm just learning. That's what it is. It's just a hobby. It's learning on your own. It's such an amazing thing. When you're in school or you have to attend lectures, um, even just in the business world, if you're not interested but you're just doing it as a stepping stone towards something, it's one thing. But now in the information age, we can learn anything we want when we want, especially during the after hours, and it usually just benefits ourselves. I see a lot of people posting real estate videos, and it's just phenomenal. I love watching it. I love watching different sectors, not just about health. I love it how people are just really hustling out there, trying to learn and better themselves, and so I'm trying to do the same. I got my wine out there. As you know, I'm a huge Gary Vaynerchuk fan, so I know with Wine Library, he's been doing a lot. I know nothing about wine, and this is actually a pretty big glass. It's the first glass because it never tastes the same on the second day. It just doesn't. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I find once I open the bottle, because I have such a low tolerance, I can't drink much at all. I usually have very little, and then I put the rest in the fridge. And day two, it just never tastes the same. So like, what do I do? So I don't know. Anyway, Vaynerchuk, he sniffy sniffs first. Just like in Scotch, you want to sniff it, and I have no idea what I'm smelling, but it's kind of like I always smell berry and I always smell cherry in red wine. I don't know what I'm supposed to be smelling, but that's what I smell. And then, um, you know, I always taste the same too. I can still smell it. And of course, he does the swisherino, as I like to call it. which I know looked really gross. Hold on, my dog's chewing on something. Come on, get at it. That was even gross, me doing it. But I gotta tell you, and I have no idea if I'm doing this right. If you are a wine person, please let me know. Number one, let me know how ridiculous that was, and number two, don't just beat my ego to a pulp. Just please, give me some constructive feedback too, so that I actually can improve over time. But definitely, you notice a difference in taste for sure. I taste the oakiness for sure in a way, way, way different way than I did before. So that's cool. But anyway, that's essentially what I'm doing now. I'm going to go back and learn about podcasting. Audio engineering is really what I'm learning about right now. And then I'll be playing around with this mic, and I have a few interviews coming up, which hopefully will be amazing content for you guys. But either way, I'll be tinkering around with the sound as I go on. And the jury's out still whether I should return this mic and get the Audio Technica or keep this mic. But I got to get rid of the breathing sound. It's like when you listen to a singer. When you listen to a singer and they have those long notes and then they breathe in at the end? You don't really want to hear that. And I don't want to be editing it out every single time. It doesn't sound good. So a little bit here and there is okay, but I don't know. You tell me what you would do. And so this is the beginning of a long journey, and I hope that this can build over time. So have an amazing rest of the weekend, and I look forward to pumping out some more value pump videos for you guys. And podcast coming. That's actually what I'm using the audio for. Podcast.